Hey everyone, and welcome to the Daily Dose. This week we're talking about pressing play on the playlist that God has for us. And today we're going to be talking about making a difference. When you think about people who have made a difference in this world, who are the people that come to mind? Maybe people like Nelson Mandela or Martin Luther King Jr., maybe Abraham Lincoln, just to name a few that popped into my head right away. Who comes to your head? I think so often when we think about people who've made a difference here on earth or in our lives, we think about people who have made a big impact on so many folks. Well, think about for a second the people that have made the biggest impact on your life. For me, it's people like my second grade teacher, Miss Wormager, or my dad. And maybe you don't know those people, but those two people have had such a big impact on me personally. So when we think about having an impact or making a difference, I think it's so important to remember that it doesn't need to be that big widespread impact, but maybe it's just a personal and important one. Well, here today, we're going to talk about how you matter to God. We're going to remember a story in Luke, the story of the lost sheep. Well, here Jesus shares a story about a shepherd who has 100 sheep, and one goes missing. Now, for the shepherd, that's 1 in 99. And Jesus says here that for the shepherd goes and searches for that one sheep. And then they celebrate and have a party when they find that sheep, and everyone is reunited. And Jesus says that this is how God pursues you. You are like that sheep. God wants you so badly. You matter to God so much that even when you're lost, God goes and searches for you. He doesn't leave you behind. Well, here today, we have that confidence that comes from knowing how much we matter to God. And then with that confidence that comes from God's Spirit, we then too can go out and make a difference. And we don't have to get caught up in the idea that to make a difference or make an impact, that we have to make that impact on masses of people or on a global scale, right? We can go serve just one person. We can go remind one person of how much they matter to God. We can go help one person with their groceries, putting their groceries into their car. We could help one person cross the street. We could sit with one person in their grief, right? Making an impact and making a difference just with one person is a huge mission to the work that we do in conjunction with what God is doing. Thanks so much for joining us on the Daily Dose. Like and share this on Facebook. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe. And if you're watching on cable access, we're so glad that you could join us. Have a good night.